Oh my gosh. A mountain of a difference. Okay. I feel like I'm at the point in my life where different versions of myself, like from different timelines, like different experiences, different states and ways of being of myself are coming together. I feel like I'm merging into one more solidarity. Like I feel like I'm merging into one being. And it is really trippy, and it's also kind of scary because I feel like at all times I don't always understand 100% of who I am, but I also feel like it's so necessary for me to continue progressing forward without having like delays in my mind and delays in my experiences. And I remember at my birthday that at my not my most recent birthday, but at the birthday before, there was like this stir of like choosing who I want to be. And I thought that I had really solidified it at my last birthday, but I feel like this is something that happens every year, but I feel like this next birthday is really going to be a moment of certainty in my life where I will feel more sure of who I am and more sure of who I'm becoming and who, like, what the combination of my attributes is leading to when it comes to like who I'll be. And it's just so wild and so interesting to experience what it's like to, or just to be aware of what it's like to like grow like as a person. I don't think I ever really took the time to appreciate and like take notice of this whole act of growing, like this whole act of being a person and being like older and being like growing my consciousness, growing my subconscious, growing my desire to learn, growing all of these different feats that I'm interested in, and growing, like building on top of and building closer to my goals. It's so, I don't know, everything whenever I was younger, it's surreal, that's what it is. When I was younger, it was like everything was always moving so fast and I was so caught up trying to do the next thing, be the next thing, add the next thing to my resume or like my little like accolade list. And now it's like everything is still happening fast, but it's also happening slow. Like it's not so, it's just kind of like, it's like this, but instead of feeling like I'm running, I feel like I'm just, like I feel like I'm riding a bike down Sunset Avenue or something. Like I feel like even if I fall, even if I come across something that's unsettling, even if it rains, I'm still happy with where my life is going, and I'm also happy with who I am and who I'm becoming and where I'm going. And I'm enjoying the process of getting there, no matter what it takes, because I understand that whenever I get to where I'm riding my bike at, it's going to be like where I am. And then I'll ride again. That's how I feel. So anyway, to the point of how long have I been talking for 5 minutes? That's not too bad. Honestly, that's not too bad. I might just end the video here, and this might just be it. And then I'll just see you guys later. But let me think. I feel like I used to be so controlled by my trauma and my anxiety and depression and everything. Like it used to just be everything. And I feel like I finally come to the place where those things aren't everything anymore. It's just a part of life. Like I thought that I had, and I have, but I thought that I had just finished like my PTSD. Like I thought I was done with it. And although I know that like there's this thing where it's like you're never done with it, but in a way I'm realizing what that means. Like I am done with because I'll start it this way, because I've put myself into environments and situations and relationships now that build me instead of challenge me in unhealthy ways, I feel like I'm finally done with processing a large amount of the trauma, and I am now able to process different new trauma. Okay, so I ran out of battery. I actually thought that I had an extra battery for my camera, but all of them are dead, which is wild. So I'm just going to continue here. I feel like all my life, because my main trauma was from a really broad, general, and at the same time specific set of events, I just focused on those, and I thought that was all that I had. I thought that the sexual trauma I had was the only trauma I had, aside from, usual growing up in America as my personal, spiritual life journey. Like, everyone has their own, everyone has their own spiritual and life, everyone has their own spiritual life journey. Everyone lives life, and everyone has their own experience living life as themselves. What? It's true. Everyone's journey... Okay, fine. I'll say it this way. Everyone is human. Everyone is human, and everyone lives life learning how to be human. And growing up, I always thought being human meant one thing, but I'm reading this book, and it's called Untamed by Glennon Doyle, and this book is just showing me really what it means to be human through her experiences, and it's helping me see how far I've come in my own healing, in my own journey, and also how much further I have to go, but not in a shameful way, not in a way that makes me feel broken, in a way that makes me feel seen and heard and understood, and in a way that makes me feel like to get to uncover and heal through more trauma is another gateway to success and happiness, and another opportunity to become more myself, more myself authentically. I think maybe that I also mean that when I become more myself, I can be myself as myself, and I can be myself in a way that comes off as unauthentic, like unauthentically. I can be myself as who I am, and I can be myself as who I'm not while I'm learning how to be who I am. Of course, I am a little bit zooted. Anyway, what I'm boiling down to is that the trauma that I thought I had, I thought that was it. I thought that was everything. And when I had gotten through a large chunk of it, I thought that for the rest of my life, I wouldn't have to keep healing through trauma. But that's not true. I have more, and I'm happy I have more, because every time I get through it again, I feel more alive and more free in ways I didn't know I was captive. So now that I've really, I guess, had this little talk with you guys, I'm going to leave you with 2 of the poems that I wrote, like I said, and with a little excerpt from my journaling. It's almost done, the merge, and I feel it. Everywhere I look is the conjoining of 2 skies, of 2 worlds. I feel I've won, but to win I had to lose. What I've lost, I wonder, much pain and with it. The valley of 1,000 wishes and what lies there. Beyond the soul's grasp, the eyes can see, and the hand that waves. A tiny dragonfly perched on nature's wing, The cry of chaos is noise that blinds in a world born of plant disguise. And then ripples in the skies, it stretches in my eyes. Blue as water, clear as day, the window that stays open. Hope you guys enjoyed this video today. If you did, please don't be shy and leave a like down below and subscribe, because that would be super duper awesome, and then you can hear more of my voice. And I hope you guys have a great day and a great spiritual awakening.